Hi, friends. This is Steve at New Compass Crypto. Thank you for joining us as we continue to discuss the debacle over the FTX fallout. What are the possible ramifications for the future? And what is going to happen to crypto in general? It's been less than a week, and already this feels like it's been dragging on forever. As soon as November 7th, Sam Bankman-Fried was tweeting that everything was fine. They have enough client money to cover everything. By November 8th, he needed a bailout. By November 9th, Binance had pulled out of the deal because they had seen some irregularities. And by November 11th, FTX had filed for bankruptcy, something that's eventually going to affect as many as 134 related companies, and criminal investigations had started. Sam Bankman-Fried and Alameda Research have their fingers in so many different pies, everything from investments, acquisitions, and other things that, and also FTX had many acquisitions and companies that they had invested in. This is a list right here of about 75 companies that they held direct stakes in one form or another. The ecosystem of Alameda Research and FTX was heavily in decentralized finance and gaming. Virtually all of these companies, a lot of them are very small, but virtually all of them are going to be in trouble. The largest assets that he held and kind of the more name brand things that he did is he had an ownership stake in Robinhood. I believe Robinhood shares are going to take a beating because of this, but they are not. But Robinhood's not going to go under. It's going to be fine. FTX is already gone. Voyager is certainly gone. And BitW's in real trouble. He had extended credit lines to BlockFi and Voyager. They're gone. They're certainly going to be gone. Alameda Research had invested in other blockchains such as Polygon, Anchorage, and had invested in Solana, Near Protocol. These are all projects that a lot of people know. It's what this list does not determine is what the stake of the investment was in each project. For example, we know that he invested a lot of money in Solana, but it is unclear how much he invested in Polygon. Same thing over here, Yuga Labs, which does the Bored Apes. They might have only put $1 million in it. Yuga Labs raised $450 million. It is unclear of how much of that is FTX. Circle, Genesis, it is also unclear how much of that is from either FTX or Alameda. BlockFi, Voyager, and Solana these two are already on the verge of failure. Solana is saying that it has enough cash to operate for the next 2 years, and they are built for lean times, according to their CEO. But it's hard to believe that right now. BlockFi has already lost a trading license in California. Withdrawals are paused. Voyager had already been bankrupt, had to be saved by Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, but is now insolvent. Solana has seen a $700 million loss from its ecosystem in the past week, and DeFi exchanges Serum and Solend are likely going to go out. NFTs overall are going to really be hurt this year because Solana had built itself as a platform for NFTs, even more than Ethereum. And with the low value of Sol, this is really going to hurt. Solana itself has seen $10 billion from its blockchain in total value locked. TVL stands for total value locked. Really decreased, and it has seen it go down recently to as low as 329 million. So people are really fleeing the Solana blockchain. The Solana itself also has an ecosystem, also heavily invested in DeFi and in gaming. And a lot of these projects, you can see Serum up here, but like Radium, Cyclos, and you may not have heard a lot of these. But the problem is that a lot of them are going to fail, and the more that things fail, they're going to make headlines, and it just feeds the whole narrative that all of this was just simply nothing but a house of cards. Now, on the other side, there's reassuring signs. Today, as I'm talking to you, and Bitcoin has climbed above 17,000 again. Part of the reason, or maybe even the main part of the reason, is because CZ, the head of Binance, has said that he's going to come in as an option of last resort and bail out good projects. So he's putting together a fund to bail out good projects. He's also going to be working with Vitalik Buterin, who developed Ethereum to verify Binance's assets on the blockchain. So he's not saying, "Hey, take my word for it," or "Hey, I can put it up on the blockchain. You all can take a look at it." But here, someone that everyone in the space trusts, Vitalik Buterin, he's going to tell you that all of these are okay. There's $72 billion that they're holding in assets, and he's going to bail out good projects who lost money from FTX and Alameda. Good projects is an interesting thing for him to say, because there are certainly a lot of bad projects in this space, projects that needed to go away. Are other exchanges safe? We believe that Coinbase is safe. They're regulated by the SEC, by the FCC. They're also a privately held company, so they have to have their books audited and are made public, once every quarter. But they are audited also by the U.S. government, and they are backed by everything that they hold is backed 1-to-1. I believe personally that Crypto.com is in real trouble. There were concerns with delayed withdrawals last week. The CRO coin, which is the native token on Crypto.com, has dropped over 50% at one point over this past week. And there is some financial breakdown that is occurring. Crypto.com also has other issues. They spent heavily in marketing. Last year, they spent $700 million to name Crypto.com Arena, which used to be the Staples Center where the Los Angeles Lakers play basketball. And it is unclear whether they're going to have the capital to pay for that over the next 20 years. The way those agreements work is that when you initially sign the agreement, which they did last year, they make a balloon payment. So you owe $700 million. Maybe you pay as much as $200 million up front. Then you have to pay $50 million a year for the next however many years. It's a 20-year agreement. Are they really going to be able to kick out another 30, 40, $50 million a year every year for the next 20 years? That is unknown. They spent heavily on celebrity endorsements, including Matt Damon and other people, and those don't come cheap. They spent heavily in advertising for, let's say, things like the Super Bowl. So there is so much money that they have spent, and I believe that they spent it unwisely. So I think that they are in trouble. Now, they are saying they are not in trouble. I want to make that absolutely clear. They're saying everything that they have are backed 1-to-1, and they have plenty of assets to see this through. But the problem that we're having is that trust has been lost because Sam Bankman-Fried said, "Hey, we're fine," the day before everything went, to hell in a handbasket. Crypto.com has also seen a massive outflow of funds recently. $121 million has left the exchange, and that's not good news. The value of CRO has dropped dramatically. Over the 1 year, it's lost over 80% of its value, and it's lost over this week alone. At part of the time, it had lost half its value. Also concerning about Crypto.com is that this is a breakdown of all the cryptocurrencies that they hold. Now, it makes sense that you're holding 31% of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the most widely traded cryptocurrency in the world. So you have to hold that because you have to back it 1-to-1. But this is concerning. Over almost 20% of what they hold is Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is a meme coin that is incredibly unstable and that has absolutely no future anywhere. They hold more Shiba Inu than they do Ethereum. Ethereum is the second most heavily traded crypto in the world besides Bitcoin. What are you doing holding more Shiba Inu than you're holding more Ethereum? The CEO of Crypto.com says we have to hold that much because this is what our customers hold, and we have to hold everything 1-to-1. But with the onset of the crypto winter, I think going to get worse, and a lot of people are going to be dumping Shiba Inu. that's, I think, going to be concerning for crypto.com. And I think that the native coin, I think CRO, is also going to see further further losses. I believe that there are more shoes to drop. And I believe that Bitcoin is going to settle in, hopefully a bottom of somewhere between 13 and 14, and then I would be willing to get in. But as you can see today, with Bitcoin being over 17, it is very difficult to make prognostications about what is going to happen in the crypto markets. It is okay, and I am okay with getting calls wrong, with saying I think Bitcoin is going to go up when it goes down, and reverse. But I believe that it is our job to let you know when things have fundamentally shifted, when trust is lost, and when people are either doing unethical or illegal things that are going to affect the way that everyone views this space. And that is where I believe we are now. I believe this is going to take weeks and months for this to shake out. Hopefully then CZ, Binance, and Coinbase will all come together and say, hey guys, we are a trusted source, and crypto can go back up as prices go up in 2023. But that is far from assured right now. And right now, I believe that there's still more downside risk than there is upside potential. That's why I'm not getting in right now. But I will get in if crypto falls, if Bitcoin falls to 13,500. If crypto.com falls, I believe that will potentially be the last major shoe to drop. And then we will reach a point of what is called capitulation, a point where sellers just kind of say, okay, I'm out. And prices come down dramatically for a day or two, a week, and then sellers get exhausted. And then we can begin the long climb back up to, I'm not making a price prediction, but a long climb back up to people believing that this is not just some kind of scam built upon, nothing but sand, and towards the trustworthiness of the public in general. Once that happens, then good projects such as Ethereum, Bitcoin, others will see who survives. And then who survives then will be worth investing in for the future. Thank you for joining us. As always, we post this on our website, newcompasscrypto.com, and we post it on our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. Take good care. Bye-bye.